This is Solo in the City with Cheryl Besner on News Talk Radio, CJAD 800.
This is your guide to dating and finding love in Montreal. Welcome back to Solo in the City and my guest co-host, Eramelinda Boquer. And today she's helping me activate all about dating for 18 to 25-year-olds and activating the discussion, Eramelinda Boquer.
And I am thrilled to be here. My inner millennial is rejoicing in this topic. And, I think also that, in the interest of everybody understanding how everybody else is thinking, I think it's really important to explore, the mindsets of different age groups and also to the difficulties that different groups do have. Sometimes we have the same and sometimes it's completely different. So I can't
wait to introduce our guest.
He is awesome.
He is awesome. His name is Stevo Trann. He is a model, but he is also very established in many other areas of his life. And he was also an actor and participated in a fantastic documentary that was done by Sophie Lambert, and it was called L'amour au temps du numérique. Welcome to, I'm going to call this like the love table instead of the round table, yes. And going forward in the show, but welcome to the show, Stevo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, actually.
Well, it's a lot of fun because in this generation, we have so many technology apps and things like that are out there that people think are great helps to us, but on certain levels we've talked about this, that you actually found it a little bit of a hindrance, especially to your age group, right?
Well, yes, a little. There's so many of them, first of all, and then it makes yourself kind of like losing all the mystery of being, I don't know, like just people come to you and they're just like, oh, I saw him on that side, on that side, on that app, on this, on that.
So it takes away the surprise.
It takes away the surprise and the mystery, because we all know that, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for everyone. I'm meeting someone and then, oh yeah, I know him or I know her, and then it's just like losing all the interest kind of thing.
And do they really even know you? I mean, that
they don't
exactly.
even know me. I mean, they never talk to me actually. So it's just like a strange. It became a strange thing of people knowing everyone without really knowing them, and especially I'm talking myself in the gay community. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as all the other community as well. But, I mean, I feel that it's even more in a little bubble, and then, it's even worse. Is it really? I don't know, because I'm not in the straight world.
Yeah. I can tell you that it's probably the same in any community out there. Yeah. You tend to get onto these apps because right now we are talking about the apps and how they're affecting people in the younger generation, because the fact is it's affecting everybody in every generation. Understanding that what we think we know about somebody, we don't know.
No, we don't. It's all surface. You know, and pretty much that's what applications are for, it's for breaking the ice without having the guts to do it in person.
Right.
But then you can be the person you want to be. It doesn't have to be the person you really are, right? And then through the dating, the real, live action dating, that's when you kind of know, you get to know someone, So, and then sometimes it's in my experience, it's most of the time negative. It's not a fun thing to do because but that's the thing, because people like to show a side of their personality that is not dominant in their life, right? So they actually want to show that, oh, I'm doing some martial arts, I'm doing some sports, I'm traveling and everything, but that's kind of 3% of their lives.
It's true, eh? But that's one of the things is that people don't realize sometimes is that what you're putting out there, if you want to meet people and be in a relationship with people, you actually have to put out who you are, because once you meet them, it's ball game over, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't even understand why you can't be true to someone, because any other day it's just gonna, stab you in the back, because that's how it works. You get to know someone with time, and you're not even buying yourself time. I just don't even understand why people are not true anymore,
Well, Eramelinda, we were talking about this before, because Stevo is also a model amongst many other things, and he's a beautiful man, and obviously takes care of himself, works out great, and he does a lot of underwear modeling as well. So he feels that people look at that and they think that's who he is rather than this very deep individual.
Well, it's funny because when I first saw Cheryl's picture, and she's gorgeous. I mean, you go on, no, but you just are. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you are. But the funny thing is, you look at a beautiful woman like Cheryl or a good-looking man like yourself, and the thing is that it's true in the gay world or the straight world. There are people who are very, you scratch the surface and there's just more surface. But there's other people, and that's what this show is all about, is like finding what's really underneath. And people should never, I think a lot of people are very insecure. So they try to be that which they're not. As you said, I'm a martial artist or I do this. And because they're afraid that if people really get to know them, and I guess this is probably something you've discussed a lot, sometimes we're afraid if people really get to know us without all the great things we do, that they're not going to really like us.
Well, I think that's the biggest fear for anybody. And now this is all about this movie that you were a participant in, right, Stevo?
Yeah.
So, Stevo, you were part of this movie that Sophie Lambert created. Again, it's L'amour. Sorry, when I go into French, sometimes I get a little nervous. L'amour au temps du numérique.
Yeah.
And it's all about just that because Sophie has younger children, like teenage children, and she wanted to understand what they call the hookup generation, right? That was her term in that as well, right? Yeah. So tell me a little bit. Do you think and do you feel that you're part of a hookup generation?
Of course. I'm not going to deny it. It's just that we have everything in front of us, and we have so many opportunities that, like, let's talk about maybe 10 years ago. We didn't have such things as applications.
Right.
Who would show people who are close to you around and that are ready to maybe have need the same thing that you're looking for or something, So you would have to actually go and talk to someone. Now I can just log on to my application, whatever it is, and just talk to maybe 20 different people at the same time, without even feeling guilty, because that's how things work now. We consume a lot,
right. And you exude a lot, and you consume and you exude a lot as well, right? Of
course.
But are we actually holding on to any of it? Are we actually connecting with the information that we're getting and then allowing ourselves to connect to the person on the other end?
I'm just curious because I know our morning show producer, Sarah Day, who you know, and I've heard, fabulous. She talks about Tinder. What are some of the other sites the apps that people are using for dating? What is popular?
Well, you have Badoo. You have I'm talking for the gay world. I mean, you have Hornet, you have Grindr, you have Boy-O-Whore, you have Guy Spy, you have Scruff, you have, and name it. It never ends.
But you also have on all the other apps, whether it's a Match or Solo in the City, because we do have a dating site, you can go on it and you can say your gender and the gender you're looking for. So almost any application or online dating service does allow you to go into the community of which you want to socialize with. So, and then, as you said, you have all these apps specifically for the gay world also. Yeah. So do you think that from the gay community that you experience different problems or different challenges, I should say, that other people don't have to deal with, or you think that we're all the same in the end?
Well, before the movie, actually, I thought that the gay community would face things that the straight world or bisexual world or anything would have to live every day, because I thought we're such a small community. And then after that the movie aired on TV and everything, I had so many people coming to me and actually just telling me your story, I know what it is because I live it as well, and I'm straight. And just to let you know that everyone in our generation, let's say in a big, I don't want to put everyone in the same box, but the people who are using those applications are living all the same things. I mean, right. It's kind of everyone is insecure, like what you said before. Mm-hmm. Everyone is insecure and they want to try to, show a part of their personality that is not really dominant. And
well, I think in the end, you know what? We all hurt the same way. We all feel the same way. We all love the same way. And we all want to be loved the same way. It's two people. We want to connect with a person, right?
Yeah, but
that's what it's about.
That's the thing with all the application is that instead of let's say here's a timeline of your life, and you would have dated, I don't know, like maybe like 10% in your whole life, right? I would have dated like something like, or seen or talked to, I don't know, like 100 of them.
Wow.
So you get hurt
100%.
way more. I mean, like, and it on different levels, of course, but
You know, it all goes to show you we're the same, and we're going to talk more about that at the Love Table coming up on the next segment. And if you want to hear more about what it is we've been talking about today, you can go to us on iTunes and pick up what you might have missed earlier on in the show. I do want to thank you, Stevo, for coming in and sharing your experience with us and talking so frankly about your own personal love life, as well as
well, you're welcome. You're so
the
welcome.
documentary.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And Eramelinda, we're going to be talking more about this at the roundtable coming up. You're listening to Solo in the City on CJAD 800.